You're listening to the Blue Sky Radio. Blue Sky Radio.
Beautiful blue skies.
This is Kiki with the RedLight Blvd show. Time to tear up with my nigga Dejan. It's Friday night. What's up, nigga?
What's going down, man? You know, you live in the server room, RedLight Blvd show. We at the Blue Sky Radio. It's going down. We got a special guest in here with us today, Mr. Urban Politics himself, Big Ant. What's going down, man?
What's going down, man? Glad to be here to tap in with y'all. You know, it's an honor to be on the show. I like y'all little setup y'all got going there.
Thank you.
So, I mean, I think this is a real good interview because, you know what I'm saying, not too many times you get to see the interviewer interview the interviewer.
Right.
Not in Houston.
Yeah, especially not in Houston.
Not in Houston. They be doing it other places, though.
Hey, but we finna change the game then.
That's
what's up. Yeah. Thank you for being here, Big Ant. Starting off, I want you to tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, for sure. I'm from H-Town, Texas, north side to be exact, Greens Point area. And shit, I'm trying to jump in this media game head first, 10 toes down, been stomping it in, you know what I'm saying, since about really, I say April 2018 when I just really jumped out there with doing the YouTube content on like, you know, just all type of YouTube content basically. And then just collaborating and doing with other outlets and mostly interviewing rappers. But if you look at my YouTube channel, Urban Politicians TV, I got interviews with rappers, producers, studio owners, food truck owners, strippers, anything you can think of. We got it all on the channel. You know what I'm saying? If you creating and you were clothing line owners, I probably got a close to 300, if not over 300 video interviews on the channel. But I got commentary videos where I'm talking about the rap game, just all around content creating. That's what I'm on.
Man, so let's take it back a little bit. How did you even first start getting into interviewing people?
Right.
Well, I had started really on the fact I came up in this rap game just like as a fan of the rap game, period. I've been listening to rap music since I was a baby. Like, since I can remember trying to figure out what they was talking about as a kid. So I grew up always reading the magazines, always trying to buy what I seen the rappers wear in the magazines, trying to imitate.
What magazine?
All of them, XXL,
Vibes.
Well, Vibes was first before the XXLs, but
first
Vibes
was Jet, really.
Yeah,
you know
I wasn't on Jet though. That's before I was a baby.
Jet had the beauty of the week.
Yeah, see, I wasn't on the Jets really. I wasn't into. I was seeing them, but I wasn't into them. But I got into them with the sources. The Vibes a little bit, because Vibes was kind of real versatile, but the ones that's really dedicated to hip hop, like your Sources and your XXL mags, and the O's, even when Ozone and all them hit, the other independent magazines, your Game 101s, all those magazines that hit, I was into them. I would buy them or sit in the store and read them, and then probably.
So you was reading essentially the interviews that they
exactly.
were having on there.
Especially, I'm glad you said Ozone too, because that was like the top one. You know,
y'all know I'm not from here. I don't know nothing about
Ozone. Was Julia Beverly, and she had like big interviews like Lil Wayne, Pimp C. Like interviews you weren't even getting in like the Source, and she was based right here.
Yeah. Shout out to her, man. I was on everything it had, and then as I got older, we was on the rap DVDs, the ones they sold in the corner stores. You know what I'm saying? Like all the beef DVDs, the come ups, the hood affairs, the who else, man? It's so many. Jordan Towers, even though nobody like Jordan Towers no more.
He kind of went to the videos a little.
Yeah, he on YouTube now. He was shooting music videos, but he had little hood DVDs. Man, every hood DVD, if you had one, Scoob Doo, Gutter TV, I was on it. And then when it went to the internet, I was right there with it. Like, okay, they got information on the internet. I was on XXLmag.com, rapradar.com, getting on all the mixtape sites every day. Then, YouTube content, Vlad TV. Then,
shout out to Vlad TV.
Yeah, everybody.
I think we all watch Vlad.
Everybody who was doing content, I was following it. You know what I'm saying? If you had an impact in the game. And so me just watching it more and more, then getting older, and then realizing that, you can really essentially do it all yourself.
It became available to everybody.
Yeah, it's
when did you realize that though?
2016. 17.
Like on YouTube, you was just like, hey, let me just.
Well, I talked to my cousin about it, and you know, I'm sitting back like, man, I'm listening to Joe Budden podcast every day. Joe Budden, I was on Taxstone, and I was on Joe Budden, I was on Taxstone, I was on Rap Radar podcast, and then a little bit of Drink Champs. So I'm like, I'm listening at all these, and No Jumper was in there a little bit too. So I'm looking at all these podcasts, and I'm like, dang, I feel like I should be doing this. Like, I follow this game heavy. Me and my partners sit around and talk about rap all day long.
Might as well get paid for it.
Why not? Or just really have our own like platform.
Your own opinion in what's going on.
Yeah, because everybody be politicking about rap. And if you go to any trap highs, any hood barbershop, they end up talking about rap music all day. Yeah. You know, so you podcasting in the barbershop, whether you like it or not. Like,
it just ain't no cameras.
It just ain't no cameras and no microphones and no media outlet. I go to hood barbershop. Man, it's 30 niggas in there having an argument about who went harder on this verse. If we had cameras in there at that time, we'd probably be millionaires right now.
It'd be like looking like Drink Champ.
Yeah, can we curse on here?
Yeah.
Okay, we'd be rich as shit right now, man. For real, like, for real. If we had that shit like going on, think about it. Where you from?
I'm from Studewood.
You from Studewood? Nah, wherever you got your haircut at, you got your haircut at Studewood?
I get my haircut on Liberty Road in Fifth Ward, so I already know.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like, think if nigga had a camera out there recording, not the other shit that's going on, but just catching niggas walking in and out and whatever or whatever.
But like, some people aren't like as comfortable in like certain settings. Like, if you see cameras, if you see like, you know, like
some
a production
people will be quiet
team,
a little bit.
especially in the hood, like they're gonna be like, man. So how do you get like them to just like be themselves truly and like open up?
And that's what separates the people who made for this and the people who ain't. You see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. It takes skills.
You got to be made for it. But if you could have a hidden camera in there, you see what I'm saying? Think about what that shit would do. You know what I'm saying? That's so. 2017, that's when I was just like, man, me and my cousin was talking. I was showing him something that I liked on the Joe Budden podcast. I think they was talking about Malaya Michelle, that episode.
Yeah.
And I had brought it up. It was funny. It was funny as shit. So I showed my cousin.
Well, with her smoking?
Nah, it wasn't her smoking. It was her like clapping at. She was going at responding to Drake when they hung her like her jersey and the Raptors and shit.
At Dreams.
They hung it up at. Was it at Dreams or at
Is it Dreams?
Clay. When Travis Scott had the party.
That was Clay, the pool.
Yeah,
party.
they had the pool party or some shit at Clay. So like they hung her jersey up, and I think they retired her, Lyra Galore, and Miracle Watts. I think.
Yeah.
So she like got on and she went on a little Instagram rant, and people were saying it was aimed at Drake. It was never confirmed who she was aiming it at, but Joe Budden was reading it in like a girl voice, and it was funny as shit.
Yeah.
Cause he was like voicing it like her, and he was throwing more sauce on it too though, like
doing what
egging
Joe
it up.
Budden do. You know what I'm saying?
It was very entertaining.
The situation.
So I had showed my cousin the shit, and then he was like, man, that shit funny as fuck, bro. And I had already talked to my partner the night before, and he was like, man, I said, bro, we be politicking all the time like them niggas on them podcasts. He's like, yeah, that's all they doing is politicking. So shit, that's when I went into like, I told my cousin, and he was like, shit, bro, we can really do that shit ourselves. So all you need is a laptop and a microphone. And I was
really a camera.
And then and the camera, and that's when it hit me. I was like, well, fuck it, let's go for it. You know what I'm saying? I went to Sam Ash. I'm playing the Nipsey Hussle shit because I know we going to Sam Ash.
Yeah.
When he talking about, he ain't have a mic, and his brother went to Sam Ash and got him right and all that shit. And I was just like, damn. And I went for it, and I ain't turned back since. So my kinfolk and them, they wasn't really had the passion. They had a passion I had for it. So like we did the podcast. We did like 40 episodes, Urban Politicians TV podcast. Did about 40 episodes, and that went from September to right the week before Hurricane Harvey hit of 2017, all the way to 2018 of April. And then that's when I decided to just go ahead and run it up on my own. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna go do the interviews and all that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I just been on ever since.
But like 2018 to 2020, a lot of people may think that that's like not like a lot of time, but that is a lot of time in this industry. Right. So what have been like your biggest challenges thus far?
Man, really just to get the artists, you could create a lot of content by yourself, right?
Yeah.
So like it's hard to get traffic when you don't have the right names and the people looking. And this ain't a media-based city.
Yeah.
You know, even like when I went to Dallas, and it's like you can see that media is a thing out there. You
For
feel
real?
me?
Dallas also break artists to mainstream.
Yeah.
Houston, it don't happen that often.
Yeah.
And
Media.
why you think that is though?
We just slow. It ain't no explanation. We slow.
Even when it comes to the radio, like our radio play songs like 3 to 4 months after Dallas plays. You know what I'm saying? They start playing songs when they come out. We like Houston wait until people get on board and start calling in and requesting it and stuff like that.
I think that, you know, it's just one of them things. Like Houston always been like one of them independent cities, so it's not like they looking to media to help get on. And then if they are right now, just speaking on right now, they only looking at really Say Cheese.
Pretty much, like a lot of the rap game. Now.
I'm saying for Houston, like the ideology of getting on Say Cheese, that's my only hope.
Yeah.
And then now we got Stay Down Productions popping with their Instagram following and things.
I see a lot of these.
So they.
You're listening to the Blue Sky Radio. Blue Sky Radio.
Beautiful blue sky.
The Blue Sky Radio. We've been dreaming for this. Now we're here. You've been looking for the place to promote your small business. The Blue Sky Radio is the best place to promote your small business. The Blue Sky Radio. The Blue Sky Radio. We the best.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, they growing and doing their thing. So like people look at Stay Down now too, like we could tap in to Stay Down. You know what I'm saying?
And you
like,
got people like Sauce Walker shouting out Stay Down all the time.
Yeah. Sauce Walker did work with me before too. You know what I'm saying? So like, Sauce Walker done showed me some love, and we done worked together quite a few times. Really, the whole TSF almost every artist on TSF or part of TSF brand, I done worked with them. But like, it's just one of them things where the city is slow. We slow on a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Other cities, there is a whole wave and lane with media where it's males and females. That's the lifestyle for them.
Yeah.
Where they getting paid by these media companies. And I think Texas is slow in general, but Dallas is a little bit ahead of us on it though. So the hardest part, like I say, is really getting the big name artists to rock with you, kind of getting the people that know you or be around you to support, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it take money to keep this going. Getting people, finding ways to make people spend money with you, that's crazy. You know, that's a challenge. And then
tactics for that. You gotta learn that shit.
Yeah, and staying consistent, really. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got a problem with that when it comes to dropping content and working. I'm A1 on staying consistent, but it's just like getting the growth out of it, like really seeing it. You know what I'm saying? But I really be trying to, I do so much work, I be trying to cut a 10-year grind into 5.
Okay.
Because I feel like this is really like a 10-year grind, you know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to make it happen in 5. And that's why I be like, man, I'm anxious. And I ran up some YouTube subscribers, but it's still not every video I drop on YouTube is getting 5,000 or 10,000
People
views.
go look at what they want to see.
Yeah, it's like I'll drop videos. I want people to go look at every video I drop.
Yeah.
I want every video I drop to get 5,000 views or better. You know what I'm saying? But it don't work like that.
What content you think that Houstonians are more interested in? Thus far, since you have dropped, like, what is the content that they gravitate more towards? Is it like the music or something else?
The content, I mean, if I do a rap interview, if it's a big rapper, yeah, they'll check that out. But man, everybody want to see the bullshit.
Yeah.
Don't nobody, you know, it's crazy because it's a gift of the curse.
Yeah.
People they complain about people who create drama and bullshit, but if you don't create drama and bullshit, they not gonna watch your shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're
like
not
you,
gonna
you can post a fight right now and get 1 million views, but then you can post an artist really giving game to people.
Nobody cares.
You might get 30 views.
Catch that many views, yeah.
Unless he a known artist who popping already.
Exactly.
But if you're not popping, you could be saying the realest shit ever. You could be the realest nigga ever. If they don't know you, they don't give a shit. Like, that's just what it is, man. Like, that's how it works.
Do you feel like, as a media personality, you know, somebody with a media outlet, do you feel like it's your responsibility to give artists exposure to help artists get on, or is it more like just a job for you to get your content out there?
Both. It's 50-50. You feel me? Like, understand, like, if you, it's a game. It's like it can get tricky, but you got to really draw the line on what you want to do. Like, nothing free in this world till you big. Yeah. You can't afford to be a media creator or a nigga that do interviews or whatever and not charge certain people or certain artists. You ain't gonna better stay afloat if you ain't charging nobody.
Right.
You feel me? So it's like, hey, the artists who not already on that level, if your following ain't big enough to get views to the platform, then you need promo. That's a business. So you needing promo, you gotta spend something.
Exactly.
You can't go to $9.79 and get put on.
And that's what a lot of artists don't understand, because they try to base it off of somebody going like in 979, but it's like, all right, you got to get to a certain point, but then you got people like us that can get you recognized by those type of radio stations.
You got to come spend, man. If you want to come on a radio station that don't have sponsors, you got to pay. You got to pay if it's not a collaboration or effort, or you're not a big artist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, then that's what I try to get them to understand. But people is hard headed, and then sometimes people get it, they just don't want to invest in their career. You know what I'm saying? That's on them.
And you gotta invest. We have to invest also. You know what I'm saying? For us to invest, we need y'all to pay us. So I 100% get that. But speaking about drama, your first interview, because I watched it when you was talking about it on your first interview, that song went down.
Oh yeah.
And you almost got into a fight.
Facts.
So tell us about that.
That was in my boy, a spot that my boy hang. He stay up the road from there. It's out there, but I don't know if y'all want to know what at.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a neighborhood over there called Bordersville. It's one of the oldest neighborhoods in Houston, because it is so crazy. They got the Triple H rule where Humble PD, Houston PD, and Harris County can patrol over there.
Right.
They all have jurisdiction. It's a small neighborhood in like maybe 30 streets, apartment complex maybe, and then they got an older, like old school basketball court that's covered up, but it's in the middle of all this suburban, you know what I'm saying, they got built, but it's still the old neighborhood. But like, I was over there and I was doing the interview, and a dude, I stopped to say, hey, let's go to the park for this part of the interview, talk about the park a little bit, and it was some dude there hiding from like the police or something, I think. But he was just posted up out there. I don't know what he was on. He was like in his truck, and I came over there with the camera. He hopped out the truck. Hey, nah, man, don't bring that camera over here. You can't record nothing over here. And I was like, well, shit, bro. Look, I ain't finna put you on the camera. You know what I'm saying?
That's what she don't want.
Yeah, I said, I'm not putting you on the camera. Like, we working over here. He's like, nah, man, turn that camera off if you coming over here, man. Man, this a public place. You can't have them cameras over here. And I was like, bro, you saying that wrong. Being a public place means you can have the cameras. Right. And then so he was all like, oh nah, you gonna cut that shit off. And I'm like, look here, bro, you not finna tell me what to do. And I'm like, nigga, I'm with a nigga who stay right down the street, like walking distance, not even a quarter mile up the road from this fucking basketball court. So I'm like, we not finna go there. So he just kept getting pissed off, and I was like, well, fuck it. First interview, we got to punch on something. Let's punch on something. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get it.
On the first one, though, did they make you feel like, did they make you feel a certain way about doing interviews after that? Like, you had to move more carefully or something like that?
Nah, not at all, because I already came in it knowing what could come with it. I already told myself, and I had already been doing the podcast already, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I was like, okay, I'm out here in the streets doing the interview now. And I told myself before I went out there, like, shit can go wrong. You know, I understand the risk that I'm taking. You just got to try to move as smart and cool as possible. You know, respect every turf you step on. Respect every neighborhood you in. I ain't going to go in somebody else's house and be disrespectful at all. At the same time, you can't let nobody hold you. You know what I'm saying? And so, my boy came, he seen us getting into it. He came down there and shut the shit down. Like, oh, man.
The homeboy that stays down.
Yes, he came over there and shut the shit down, squashed it and shit like that. So
let's say an incident like that was to ensue, like, in recent times.
Yeah.
How would you have handled the situation the same way, or would you have handled the situation differently?
It depends on what that person on. I go off of their energy. Mm-hmm. If you just, I avoid all confrontations. You feel me? I don't want to be in a confrontation with nobody. I ain't trying to fight with nobody. I ain't trying to shoot it. I'm not trying to do none of that shit.
Especially doing this business, because you never know who you gonna see.
To be that way.
I'm not trying.
Nobody's gonna want to work with you.
Exactly. I'm not trying to do none of that shit. But if it's a point where I gotta defend myself, I gotta defend myself. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I'm avoid the problem. Whatever you want, dog, you got it. Just don't disrespect me. Don't put your hands on me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I be on. But it be other little instances. You know, niggas will send threats. You know, niggas will talk down, niggas will hate, niggas will shit on you. You know what I'm saying? Niggas will stand you up. Niggas will act like you don't exist. It be little weak shit that go on, but you just gotta keep moving. You know what I'm saying?
Is there ever a time where you deny interviews, like certain people you won't work with?
That I won't. Like they asked me for an interview and I won't.
Yeah.
Not based off of like a personal issue. It might be like I feel like they not doing enough as an artist at this point. Because at first I was just taking interviews with anybody, but now I feel like the platform, if I don't put no value on my shit, they not gonna put value on it. So niggas with no music videos, the answer is no. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do one more interview with an artist, and I haven't done one in a long time. I got one more artist I'm gonna do without. He shot the videos already, but we good because of our relationship. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna fuck with him because he in a good position. So we'll work. But like the artists who don't have, they like try to sneak ask you, "What's up, boy? Pull up on me, man. We working. Come tap in now.
Pull up to the studio."
Yeah, pull up now. We not finna do no interviews, bro, because you're not doing what it takes to get to the next level. You know what I'm saying? And by me coming to just interview y'all, and I already done interviews with some of these people, right, I'm watering it down. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Well, it's like you say, you a content creator, so you got to put out the best content. And if somebody not, everybody's not gonna be deserving of being on your channel.
And one thing with me, I don't even go off of no Instagram followers. You feel me? This ain't about no Instagram followers. This ain't about no who got the best looking shit and who got the most money, who dressed the best. It ain't none of that going on. This be about more about the situation with me, respecting work ethic.
Right.
Yeah.
So, man, we finna get into a little quick break, and we gonna be right back with urban politics, man. We got a lot to talk about. Y'all stay tuned.
Turn up, Houston. It is Friday.
You're listening to the Blue Sky Radio. The Blue Sky Radio.
Beautiful blue sky.
The Blue Sky Radio. We've been dreaming for this. Now we're here. You've been looking for the place to promote your small business. The Blue Sky Radio is the best place to promote your small business. The Blue Sky Radio. The Blue Sky Radio. We the best.
That's all we can do is keep it 1,000, man.
Man, so what would you say would be like the interview that put you where you at today?
Man, I done so many, and it's crazy because I don't feel like I'm at nowhere. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I'm dreaming so big and trying to go so far. I'm not even a quarter of the way where I'm trying to go, so it's like no interview put me where I'm at. You know what I'm saying?
Sound like small steps to a giant right now.
Yeah, it's not shit yet because it's not like my phone ringing off the hook with money.
Yeah.
Ain't like my phone ringing off the hook with the big artists, man. I follow so much of this rap game, like so many big ass rappers. So not big rappers, so many underground rappers. Let me say that I follow more underground. I listen to more underground rappers' music who not mainstream. Like I don't listen to the radio at all.
Yeah, me and you both.
I listen to
even though we on the radio.
So I see a lot of artists that's underground that's been popping out to Houston in the since the corona, since March, and I wasn't able to link with none of them. You feel me? Like I see
all that though.
Huh?
Why is that?
That mean I ain't on my shit enough.
But you really got to be out here in the streets to just know who
I'm in the streets
right
every
now.
day.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm in the streets every day.
I mean, I ran into you out and about.
Yeah,
you know what
I'm in the
So,
streets every day. I'm in the studios. I'm in the spots with everything going on.
But it's just hard to know everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I'm even just talking about artists that I fuck with, artists that I follow on Instagram, like Detroit rap artists. At least 20 Detroit rappers that I followed and been in Houston since Corona started. I done seen Pooh Shiesty been out here, Hood Rich Pablo One, Black Youngster, just different people going to get their teeth cleaned. Different artists with 30,000 followers, some with 25, some with 75. Phoenix from Shoreline Mafia, he out here right now. You know what I'm saying? And he don't know me.
Yeah.
He don't know who I am. He
Money
ain't heard
Man too. I was listening to the new Money Man. He shouting out H-Town a lot on that.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't know Money Man was out here. I listen to that boy every day.
Yeah. He be fucking around in Texas heavy. You know what I'm saying? But all the artists that's rocking, they don't know me. So it's like the artists that I rock with. So I feel like that's showing me I ain't where I need to be. So when you say what interview really like put me where I'm at, I ain't nowhere yet. I'm still out here. Like them niggas don't know me. But if you want to say my biggest interview, the one that kind of like showed that I was on the right track was the Sauce Walker one. Yeah.
And I want to speak
top.
on
Okay,
I want to speak on that real quick. Like another reason why I feel like, because it's the same way with me. Like I feel like when certain artists come through, like as media outlets, like they should tap in and get them some promo. But Houston is, like you say, it's not a media city. People don't come down here for media. Like when you go to New York or you go to LA, man, you touching like 20 radio stations. You know what I'm saying? You doing podcasts, you doing Blvd TV, you might go do No Jumper, you might go
what
do
y'all think it's gonna take to get Houston?
I mean, Houston just not a media city because we don't have media artists. You know what I'm saying? Even the artists that we do have that's major artists, Travis Scott, Megan Thee Stallion, you don't see them running interviews like that, even on major platforms. So until they start embracing the media culture, like people like Lil Flip, Sauce Walker, ESG, like artists like that really embrace the like local media, underground radio stations, and they pulling up and doing interviews with us. It's gonna take more artists like that to really help us break out and show other artists like from Atlanta, New York, when they come down here, like, man, y'all should come rock with us too.
And you gotta build the numbers is always a plus. Like I say, the artists don't owe me nothing. Don't nobody owe me nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? Unless you owe me some money, and that's a few people.
Different story.
Don't nobody owe me nothing. So these artists don't owe me no interview. So me just being honest, like the way the game is the game. I don't make the rules of the game. So like when these artists come to town, it's my job to be up enough with it when they get off their plane. Like when niggas go to LA, a rapper is all. If you on your shit as a rapper, when you go to LA, what you thinking? Okay, I might have something set up, I might be partying, I might be doing fucking off, whatever, or I gotta go to the studio. But I'm thinking, who out here? No Jumper out here. Whether I'm finna go to him this time or not.
Yeah.
I might pull up on him and rock with him. You know what I'm saying? Just because he a staple in the game. Vlad, I might have a Vlad interview.
Yeah.
I might go to Vlad. Who knows? Yeah. But they thinking about this. You know what I'm saying? When you come to Houston, who they thinking about? They coming. They like, man.
They know it's 97.9.
All I know is the radio stations. Maybe they might know Stay Down through Instagram. You know what I'm saying? But who they pulling up in Houston to rock with? But nobody.
Also in H-Town, you really got to do your groundwork, because it's like kind of like when you build connections and you meet people, you have more opportunity to get these artists, because it is outlets out here that do interview big artists. You know what I'm saying?
Through relationships play a big role. But I'm trying to, like I say, I'm stumping down to the point where when these niggas touch down in Houston, I need to go tap in with that nigga.
Yeah.
I need to go holler it in. I need to go pull up on Urban Politicians TV. That's how I'm trying to have it. So don't nobody owe me shit. I gotta go hard into the point where a nigga be a goddamn fool to come to Houston and have access to me, but say no. Like, cause a nigga ain't did no bullshit. I ain't on no fuck shit. So it's like, hey, I gotta go harder until niggas is like, hey, I'm in Houston. Pull up on Urban Politicians TV. When I think media in Houston, I think Urban Politicians TV is one of the niggas to fuck with. You know what I'm saying?
On this 10-year to 5-year plan that you said that you have for yourself and for your radio, do you feel as though you're keeping up with that plan?
I'm doing everything I can. There's always room for improvement, and it's like I'm really like I'm like out of my world crazy with this shit where I'm trying to take it to like. I don't even know. I'm finna try to have my hands in too much shit. I'm gonna have my hands in 10 different things that I'm gonna be doing. So like, it ain't gonna just be radio. It ain't gonna just be YouTube. It's like I'm on some Charlemagne the God type shit, like media personality. Like I'm not a blogger.
Doing it all. TV.
Speaking about Charlemagne the God, you do call yourself the best radio personality.
Houston best interviewer. Yeah, Houston
best interviewer.
At what point did you start feeling it?
Different way,
at what part did you start? I mean, like, at what point did you start claiming that title, and why did you start claiming that title?
I can't remember the exact date I started claiming it. I just started claiming it because I was just like, man, I be doing all this shit in the streets every day. I done did 10 interviews in the day before. I drop YouTube content every day. And I feel like, man, I done been in studios, I done been in radio stations, I done been in traps, I done been through all the bullshit that go with the street shit involved with the underground rap game. I feel like, man, ain't too many motherfuckers in Houston doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody claim they was the best. And I was like, man, to be respected, you gotta say that. It's a lane where you say it and then you own up to it. Just like
Wayne, he claimed he
was a
rapper, and then like niggas like, what? And then he stood on it.
Exactly. And that's what I'm doing. I'm standing on it. Like, go look at the YouTube channel if you think I'm bullshitting. You feel me? Like,
but you gotta have that mentality even to get these rappers to come rock with you, because they don't want somebody to be, all right, bro, what's your interviews like? You man, they all right. I'm like, well, why would spend my money? They just all right. You want greatness.
100%.
Yeah.
I get that. Over here, we the baddest, though.
Okay, for sure. I'm rocking with it, man. It's all love. And, like, when I said it, it wasn't to offend nobody. But I was just like, if a motherfucker get offended, then they ain't really respecting your grind. Because if you looked at my grind, you will see, man, motherfuckers probably thinking it's 10 of me.
I wasn't offended. I'm gonna tell you this. I was not offended, but I definitely felt challenged.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, okay, because you have put in a lot of work.
Yeah.
So there's definitely my respect there for you. You know what I'm saying? In this industry, I feel as though if we work together, it could be like the shit, especially to get Houston to the place that we want to get Houston in this industry right now. But I definitely feel challenged by it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I wouldn't, you know.
And it's a friendly competition. I didn't really say that shit to like offend nobody or make nobody feel like they shit wasn't good. I was like, hey, they got to come up with their own catchphrases. That's my shit. That's my phrase right now. And I'm gonna go hard. And then you seen what I said. Like, I don't know if you seen January 1st through January 8th. I was the best interviewer in the game, period, because nobody else was dropping interviews. So if you ain't dropping no interviews, that means you can't call yourself shit. Exactly. But, you know, after the 8th, they start dropping again. And I base it on everything. I don't just base it on views. I just don't base it on the artists or this. It's everything that go with it. Are you outside? Are you inside? You know, I'd put, like, it's a point tenor where you get 3 points because you did it in the streets. Or you get 10 points because this artist here was big as fuck and hard to get. You know what I'm saying? So it was all that in element. And the rate I was releasing them motherfuckers at, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like all my interviews lit. Every interview I done did, I feel like that bitch lit. It's just it don't got the eyes on them yet. Yeah. But once these eyes come on them, it's gonna come.
And it will get there, for sure. Like, shout out to you, Big Ant. I think that I can definitely see your hustle out here. Right. Speaking of hustling, what have been like the biggest sacrifices you've had to make? You know, since you had this plan that you shorten it, so you can get
sleep. I sacrificed a lot of sleep, money. A lot of money, just gas. You gotta think gas, driving around, man hours of editing. I do all my own editing, all my own uploading. The pictures that I do get taken, I get somebody right there to take them for me. I do everything. I'm running 2 Instagrams, a YouTube channel, 2 Twitters basically. So like I'm doing all that by myself consistently. I dropped a YouTube video today and a live YouTube video. I dropped like 3 YouTube videos yesterday. So like that right there is a mental, like, you know, like people who be having this job.
Check your systems are offline. Number 1 for today's hits. The Sky Radio. All-time favorites. Let's go. This is your radio. Your online radio. The new online radio that makes you happy. Blue Sky Radio.
This is your man Flo Rida.
Hey, what's happening? This your little homie Plies, man.
Hey, yo, what's poppin', man? It's your boy Bow Weezy, man. Check it out.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.